Longer term viewers of this channel might notice that I'm kind of obsessed with Fun School 6. Strange game to have such a strong attachment to. Really, as a lonely little PC gamer, this is what I had in the mid-90s, and I have some good memories of it. But I was also a child and terrible at video games, so I could never beat it. Fun School 6 is split up into different subjects, and in my opinion, the main event is the physics game. Thankfully, I now have a physics degree, so the physics game should be well within my abilities. In this game, you interact with Gloopy, the dinosaur, I think? Yeah, pink dinosaur. Pretty original idea there. Anyway, we interact with Gloopy by clicking the mouse. We can blow him out on his broom, jump by clicking underneath him, and as the levels go on we get more and more interactions, such as pushing blocks and turning cranks. It's kind of awkward to play because of the mouse precision required, but at least the game has the courtesy to keep Gloopy perfectly centered. Mostly. It's taken me nearly 2 years to get this running. Prior to this, no copy even existed online, until some legendary internet user uploaded it to the Internet Archive. Then, when I tried to get it running in a virtual machine, I ran into the problem of the game moving based on clock cycles, meaning the game updated at warp speed, rendering it completely unplayable. After trying a few more things, I got nowhere and gave up. As I was making my last video and talking about this game once again, I saw a comment on the Internet Archive to say that it runs really well in DOSBox X. Well, I downloaded a Windows 98 build, and after messing around for a while, because I have no idea what I'm doing, I got Fun School 6 running, or so I thought, because there was a problem. It black screens after trying to enter the physics game. My dreams were once again crushed. But then, it turns out it was fine for some reason, it was just really slow or something. So let's get playing. I often think some things are best left as nostalgic memories, because once you replay them as an adult, you don't feel the same spark and things just aren't as fun, and it kind of leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. But damn, this game has been in my memories for, I don't know, 28 years? It's time to sit down and beat it. Growing up, my dad taught me how to use a computer. My dad was left-handed. I was not. In spite of this, I learnt to use a mouse left-handed. Games aren't designed for this, so having to use the function keys to switch between abilities is kinda awkward for me. Not really very relevant, I just don't know when I'm ever going to get a chance to talk about this. So you know what, this game is just fine. It's a bit awkward to play sometimes, I mean just look at how much trouble I have jumping over these crates. But in spite of its slight clunkiness, it's quite nice. Take things slowly and you'll be fine. Rush and Gloopy will get mushed by a heavy weight, or drown, or fall down a bottomless pit, or be beaten over the head by a broom. It's fine. He's a wizard, so he can revive or something. The game is divided into levels based on difficulty, and each level has a few rooms, and eventually I found it. Room 14. I genuinely remember this exact level. I couldn't do it. As a child I died, and I died, and I died. It really is amazing how after so much time, I'm able to recognise the exact level that put up such a roadblock for younger me. Anyway, I beat it in 4 minutes this time. It actually isn't that easy, really for the wrong reasons. Getting on this elevator, you can fall through the gap if you stop too early. And you might think you have to press this button then embark onto the elevator. But what I probably didn't realise at the time was that you can press this button whilst in the elevator, which makes this section much easier, as Gloopy's broom will break catastrophically upon his head if you fall too far. So this elevator, that bane of my childhood, I really tried. I even had dreams about beating this level, but I couldn't do it in the real world. Anyway, now we can move on and delve into uncharted territory. The next level is actually pretty tricky as well, and undoubtedly would have provided an additional blocking point for child me. Why is there a skeleton hanging by the wrists from shackles? There's also an inventory system that's introduced into the game very late. I think it's only used in about 3 rooms. There's not too much else to talk about apart from some levels being annoying and frustrating due to Gloopy's constant broom breaking and phasing through elevators to plunge to his death. So let's just zoom to the end of the game and see what happens. Oh, and I have to mention the music while I'm here. This goes hard. And so here we are, the thing that literally haunted my dreams as a child is finally conquered. Only took me almost 30 years. I could well be the first person to ever beat this game. And after all that, we get the wonderful reward of starting the game again.